speaking about the 1 cedi, let's put it in figures. The 1 cedi on a litre tax or levy that they are introducing. I believe that there is a reason for some of these levies and taxes, but it is the government ought to be able to understand the nature of the people and what we are going through as a country, and then would have to put that in perspective before it introduces any kind of levy or tax such as these. Now, if you'd ask me as an individual, if you'd ask me as somebody who has dealt with people in my very previous, not the just ended one, but before I joined public sector, indirectly, the organization I worked with, I dealt directly with people in the field. And I don't want to use the word, but I dealt with what we term poor people. And when you are dealing with such people, one ought to be careful in introducing certain items on their list. When you have been able to convince people to accept and to take certain initiatives, timing is very, very important. We just had the forex coming down. We just had fuel prices coming down. Some of us were anticipating that PURC in their next adjustment would, for the first time in this history, see a downwards adjustment. Why? Because the elements that they have always used in propagating the upwards adjustments have all been stabilized and are dropping. You get it? So for us to wake up, and then there is an introduction of a 1 cedi on every litre, so that we deal with doomsday, in my view, should have been thought through well. Let's take it from this point. What causes, or what are the main causes of the financial problems the energy sector is facing? ECG, for that matter. Aside everything, wastage is the bedrock of all their problems. So what has management done to deal with the issues of wastage? How much waste is in the system? How much of revenue is lost in their system in every month, as compared to how much we are going to gain in trying to get the 1 cedi on every litre? Have we done that comparison? Now, who is going to collect that 1 cedi? If the person going to collect 1 cedi is the same person who is handling the finances of ECG now, or the energy sector now, and is not able to deal with the wastage and the loss of revenue, and sensitive to have started from probably a 20% on a litre, so that we deal with the issues of wastage and revenue loss in that sector. Then we marry the two and see how much we can yield to deal with the issues of infrastructure and finances that is needed to up the game in terms of in the area of energy. In my view, yes, the government needs money to be able to sustain this whole energy thing. Nobody is against that. But could we be more prudent?
I think there could be a way of going around it.
We have a way of going around this.
It doesn't really...
so that it doesn't bring back the fear and anxiety. Because if you remember, some of these market people and, captains of industries are on the peg. And they are like, listen, we don't know what is happening. Let's hold on a bit in our price reductions because we don't know. They are a bit anxious. The anxiety, is this sustainable? Yeah. So these are things that we actually have to.
So they start asking questions now.
We
said it. We weren't sure. We were apprehensive. Then look at what is happening.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nobody's saying, of course. I mean, we all know where we are today, and we know, of course, that there will be a time that definitely we need to. But see, are we not tired? Is the Minister of Finance and the people in charge of finance not tired of taxations and levies? Are we not tired? Can we be a little more innovative?